Xavi is widely regarded as one of the greatest players in football history. A rare passing ability, incredible technical accuracy combined with Guardiola's tiki-taka and unfailing loyalty. Xavi is the story of a man who wore the FC Barcelona shirt from 1998 to 2015. An absolute cracker, who won every trophy a footballer could hope for. An extraordinary player who has marked millions of fans around the world and inspired a whole generation. A look back at the career of the maestro, Xavi Hernandez. Xavi Hernandez Creus, aka Xavi, was born on January 25, 1980, in Terrassa, a province of Barcelona. From a very young age, he showed a great interest in football. His father, Joaquim Hernandez, a former football player, was a great inspiration to his son during his childhood. The talented youngster started out in Sabadell, in Catalonia. He was only 10 years old at the time. At that time, Xavi's intrinsic qualities in midfield were already astonishing. He was spotted by Barcelona's training center and a few months later joined La Masia. And the least we could say is that his performances did not go unnoticed by the club. It's simple. The Spaniard played in all the club's lower categories before joining the reserves in 1997. He finally made his debut for the senior team in the Spanish Super Cup in August 1998. It was a convincing debut, as he scored his first goal for the Blaugrana and gained the confidence of the coach at the time, Louis van Gaal. The Spanish prodigy's impact on his team's play was felt in his first season as a member of the Dutch coach's squad. The 19-year-old was crowned Spanish champion and won the honorary title of Revelation of the Season. And if the trophy cabinet struggled to fill up for Barca, despite some convincing European runs, Xavi confirmed all the hopes placed on him. He gradually became the custodian of the Catalans' game, the number one organizer through whom all the balls pass. In 2003, the arrival of Ronaldinho coincided with Barca's return to the forefront and the explosion of the brilliant metronome. Unfortunately, things go sideways for the Spaniard. In 2005, Xavi suffered a ruptured anterior ligament and was sidelined for several months. He returned from injury the following spring in front of a boisterous Camp Nou and helped Barca win another Spanish League title. The arrival of Pep Guardiola would later significantly impact his career. Because yes, it is an understatement to say that Xavi's unparalleled footballing quality blends perfectly with the technician's tiki-taka, a style of play based on short, quick passes in the gaps. Between the two men, a relationship of considerable mutual trust was established. The Spaniard was simply one of the key players in one of the most beautiful football games of all time. Inseparable from his friend Andres Iniesta, Xavi dictates the rhythm of the matches with his surgical passes and his incredible vista. Together with their sidekick Lionel Messi, they will be the brains of an unplayable team. The culmination of this breathtaking team will obviously be the 2009 season, a season in which Barcelona achieved a historic six-peat. More broadly, 2 games alone will demonstrate the exceptional mastery of Guardiola's tiki-taka. The 5-0 victory over rival Madrid in 2010 and the 2011 Champions League final against Manchester United. Sir Alex Ferguson said after the game, "It wasn't really Messi who was the problem. It was Xavi and Iniesta. They kept the ball all evening. This is probably the best team I've played against in my entire career. Yes, one of the best teams in history. A virtual steamroller that would crush European football for several years." The departure of Guardiola in 2012 will not change the status of Xavi in the midfield of Barca. However, the years passed and Xavi struggled physically, so much so that he is now forced to miss several games. He even thought of leaving to play in New York, but that was not to be. Still at the club, the maestro extended his contract for one last and final season with his beloved club. The small Spanish man also takes over the captaincy from his friend Carlos Puyol. For his last dance, Barca will score another hat-trick. Xavi will play his last game for his beloved club against Juventus in the Champions League final. The Catalan side won the match 3-1. And Xavi lifted this 4th cup with the big ears and left Barca on a high. He will later move to Qatar, to the club Al Sadd. La Maquina will hang up his boots for good in 2019. Never far from football, he later embarked on a coaching career and returned to coach his longtime club. His years with La Roja were also exceptional. The native of Terrassa has won almost everything with the Spanish national team. silver medal at the Olympic Games, European Cup, World Cup. Of his 133 appearances for the national team, Xavi scored 13 goals and brought memorable moments to an entire country. A metronome of the Spanish midfield, he is the real lung of La Roja, the player through whom all the balls pass, the man whose charisma has single-handedly influenced his team's play. However, all was not so rosy. Xavi has also experienced disappointments. The 2002 World Cup, where Spain was eliminated by South Korea in the quarterfinals. The Euro 2004, when Spain was eliminated in the first round of the Euro. Or again in 2006, when La Roja found themselves powerless against Zidane's French team. Xavi was also powerless in 2014. The reigning world champion, Spain, was eliminated in the group stages. The Spanish midfielder will announce the end of his international career shortly afterwards. Xavi had one of the greatest careers in the history of football. In total, he has won 28 trophies and more than 20 individual awards. The only downside, if it can be really called a downside, is that La Maquina has never won the Ballon d'Or, despite 3 podium finishes. All the same, the Spaniard will symbolize the ideology of the perfect player for all. He will always be the symbol of Barca and La Roja, 2 teams that were unbeatable in their heyday and that undoubtedly revolutionized modern football. What do you remember about Xavi? Tell us what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, don't hesitate to talk about our channel around you, to like, share, and subscribe. See you soon for a new video. Ciao!